Welcome back to the Essentially You podcast, all about reinventing your health with safer, cheaper, more effective natural solutions and powerful lifestyle changes so that you become the CEO of your health. I am your host, Dr. Marisa Snyder. Are you experiencing any of these symptoms? Digestive distress, that is gas, bloating, diarrhea, constipation, any of those things are considered digestive distress. Sluggish energy, especially throughout the day. Maybe a hangover after only 1 to 2 glasses of wine. Brain fog, belly fat, even showing signs of prediabetes or insulin resistance, headaches, and even skin issues like acne and eczema. Now, I recognize that these symptoms seem all over the place, but what if I told you that all of these symptoms are tied to your liver and even your gut, but most importantly, your liver? Now, if you can relate to any of these symptoms that I listed above, today's topic will provide you with a roadmap on how you can take care of your most critical detoxification organs to reduce the symptoms that I mentioned above. Today is Q&A Friday, and I get a lot of questions about the liver and how to protect it from long-term damage. Little do many of us know that our liver is directly involved in the conversion, creation, detoxification, and removal of hormones and their metabolites. So if your liver isn't happy, you are going to feel it. Now, today's question was sent in by Elena Gladstone. Elena reached out to me because she's been experiencing heavy bleeding, migraines, and increased belly weight around the midsection, and she knows it has to do with too much estrogen given her labs, but she's not sure where to start on how to decrease her estrogen levels. Here is Elena's question. Dr. Marisa, I have high estrogen levels, and it's impacting my period, my weight, and I started getting horrific migraines. I know these are signs of estrogen dominance. You have mentioned the liver before on having to manage estrogen. How can I support my liver to reduce estrogen levels so I can feel normal again? This is such a great question because many women, I'm talking about millions of women, are struggling with estrogen dominance in relation to progesterone. And we're talking about women in their 30s, in their 40s, even into their 50s can have these symptoms, and it can feel really uncomfortable. One of the most effective ways to address estrogen dominance is to ensure your liver is neutralizing estrogen and sending it down the correct pathway. Your gut also plays a role here too, because after the liver neutralizes estrogen, sends it down the right pathway, then it's packaged up to be sent through the gut and through the bowels and out the door. So if you want a full breakdown on how the liver breaks down all the types of estrogen, because there are multiple types, and the role that your gut plays, you want to understand the pathways and the nitty-gritty of all of this, I break it down for you in episode 154, how to optimize liver function to balance your hormones. Now, today's episode is specifically what can you do right now with what you got, with where you're at, using foods and key nutrients to help support your liver so that it is doing the best it can do. So basically that it's optimizing at full function. Now, it's no surprise. Your liver is an incredible organ and probably one of the hardest working organs in your body. Every minute, it filters over 1 liter of your blood. It detoxifies chemicals, excess hormones, histamines, drugs, pesticides, and so much more. It converts vitamins to their active form and stores them for later use. It affects our energy levels by controlling blood sugar. That's why I mentioned the prediabetes earlier, insulin resistance. It has everything to do with the liver, and that's a whole different topic for another day. The liver is the only organ capable of regenerating itself because it is so needed. But without proper nutrition and key nutrients, the liver just doesn't have the necessary building blocks to function at peak capacity. So today, I want to share with you what I consider to be the top 10 superfoods that will not only love and heal up your liver every single day, but also the goal is to ensure that your liver continues to serve you for many, many years to come. Because I don't know about you, but I'm trying to keep my liver around for as long as possible. So here are my top 10 superfoods to love your liver every single day. And what I just want to mention quickly is that you don't need to eat all these superfoods every single day. If you can just work them into your diet throughout the week, then yes. Note that they all play different roles. Some of them overlap. So the most you can get, like I always say, the color of the rainbow, right? So you want to be able to have a variety of things is going to really make a big difference. Also, I recognize that you may not like all these foods and you may not know how to incorporate them all. So I also want to focus on some key nutrients that your liver needs to focus to actually function. So that is supplementation. We're going to get into the nitty-gritty of that as well, but I'm going to keep it pretty succinct. So let's get into the top 10 superfoods. This is in no particular order. It's just the order that I wrote it all up. Here we go. Number 1 is bitter greens. So when it comes to the liver, you want bitter. Bitter is best. Greens such as arugula, radicchio, kale, dandelion root, all the dandelion everything. You could even do dandelion tea, spinach, chicory, mustard leaves, collard leaves are all wonderful liver toners. They will help to increase the creation and flow of bile, which is super important for removing waste from the organs and the blood and helping the gut and the stomach actually break down fats and emulsify. So super important. These bitter greens will assist in digesting your meal, hence their consumption is ideal also prior to meals. So you could do like dandelion tea before you eat, or you could have a salad before you get into your main entree. Number 2 is garlic. Garlic has incredible healing powers. We know that, especially when it comes to the immune system. It is full of numerous sulfur-containing compounds that are known as activated liver enzymes that help the body flush out toxins. It's particularly rich in selenium, one of the most important compounds that aid liver in cleansing and plays an integral role in the protection of the liver from any damage, any toxic damage that could be happening by just doing day-to-day activities. So that's garlic. And clearly we know how to put garlic into all kinds of foods. So that should be an easy food to incorporate. Next, probably one of the biggest players when it comes to hormone support and reducing estrogen, even reducing tumor growth, is going to be broccoli sprouts. And the cool thing about broccoli sprouts is you can throw them into a salad, you can throw them into a smoothie, get in where you fit in. They are phenomenal. And the reason for that is they have a very specific compound called sulforaphane. It's a molecule that works by stimulating the production of glutathione, which is the super duper antioxidant, the body's most important internally produced antioxidant, which plays a role in liver detoxification and may also play a role in inhibiting tumor growth. Sulforaphane also upregulates helpful enzymes for phase 2 liver detoxification. Specifically, if estrogen is going down the wrong pathway, we call it the 4-OH carcinogenic pathway in excess. Now, when we see estrogen dominance, it's the 16-OH pathway, although oftentimes if we're seeing estrogen dominance and estrogen spillover, there's a chance that it's going down the 4-OH pathway too, so it's always a good idea to get tested. But in the 4-OH pathway, we can use enzymes, specifically the enzymes in sulforaphane, to help stop and neutralize and redirect before any DNA damage occurs. Now, the thing about sulforaphane that's really important is it doesn't lower estrogen out of circulation, and it doesn't promote the 2-OH pathway, and that's the safest pathway. It really just works on the OH pathway so that it doesn't go further down the pathway and create the DNA damage that can create the tumors that leads to breast cancer and other cancers for women. Hence why estrogen dominance is such a concern, is that it could lead to fibroids, it could lead to uterine cancers, it could lead to breast cancers. And so we just want to be really mindful that excess estrogen is never a good thing. We want to make sure that we are using it and we are losing it. And broccoli sprouts is one of the best ways to kind of get it under control because of the effect it has on this phase 2 liver detoxification pathway. And if you want more details, I do go into that episode I talked about earlier, episode 154. I break it down in even more detail. All right, number 4, avocados. Avocados have been shown to naturally protect and repair the liver. Plus, can I get a woo-woo for avocados? Because I'm obsessed. So I'm always excited to put avocados on this list, and they deserve it. Containing a high amount of glutathione-producing compounds, avocados actually help boost the ability of the liver to cleanse itself. Research has shown that consuming 1 or 2 avocados per week, which is not a problem in this house, for as little as 30 days can make a significant difference to the state of your liver health. So guacamole it up. It is a good idea. Next are globe artichokes, made primarily of the compound, this very specific enzymatic compound. Globe artichokes have a powerful liver regenerating property. And specifically, they are similar to the super liver herb St. Mary's Thistle. Globe artichokes have a powerful effect on the production of bile and fight fat digesting enzymes, stimulating liver function, lowering cholesterol levels to reduce the absorption of cholesterol in the intestines. With less cholesterol being synthesized in the liver, more can be eliminated. So just a heads up on that. Globe artichokes, especially when they're in season, is a great way to support bile and support the liver from having to deal with excess cholesterol. Next is beetroot. Beetroot is a blood purifying tonic that is capable of absorbing heavy metals. It is packed with iron, calcium, vitamin B, and antioxidants as well, and it makes an excellent liver tonic. Beets improve liver function by thinning the bile, allowing it to flow more freely in the liver and into the small intestine. The color pigment of beetroot and other purple foods strongly binds electrons and hydrogen that can help reactivate the production of cellular oxidative energy, which is often low when we're dealing with things like chronic fatigue. So just something to be thinking about. Beets in general are phenomenal. You can add them to a green smoothie. You can have them in a salad. There's a lot of different ways to add them into your life. Next is turmeric. So turmeric is a wonder root for the liver. It has been shown to effectively treat liver congestion, jaundice, and often chronic hepatitis. So even like further down the road, liver damage. Turmeric has increased the production of bile and improves gallbladder function for long-lasting effects. This is super important for women because so often our gallbladder becomes compromised. So anything we can do to maintain our gallbladder, maintain our liver function is going to be so critical for us. So taken in medicinal doses, it can be used to help flush the gallbladder of stones and sediment. So something to be considering, just making sure that when you're using turmeric, you're doing it with black pepper. There's lots of wonderful recipes for like a turmeric golden milk or have it in a capsule. There's just a lot of ways to work turmeric in. Also as an essential oil over the liver and the gallbladder is a great thing to do as well. Next is lemon. Now, this is an easy one, right? We should be using lemons throughout the week for sure. The juice of half a lemon first thing in the morning is a time-honored way to start the day and an excellent wake-up call for the liver. The sourness of lemons triggers the nerves and hormone activation to the liver and digestive system. It's also helpful for those who suffer from sluggish bowels. Some experts have stated that the liver produces more enzymes in response to water with lemon than any other food. One of my favorite ways to start the day is lemon water. I usually do a squeeze of lemon in like a 20-ounce container of water and start that. Not only does it start the digestive juices, it really ensures that the liver is functioning properly, and it's such an easy morning ritual to get into the habit of. Next on the list, probably one of my favorite foods is blueberries. So blueberry and cranberries contain antioxidants that give berries their distinct color. They've also been connected to clearly many health benefits, including brain health, energetic health. I mean, there's so many, immune system health. Berries in general are always a good thing to consume on a weekly basis. Several animal studies have demonstrated that whole cranberries and blueberries, as well as their extracts and juices, can help keep the liver healthy. Consuming these fruits 3 to 4 times a week protects the liver from damage. Additionally, blueberries help increase immune cell response and activate enzymes that helps the liver detoxify. So usually in phase 1 and phase 2, very specific types of antioxidants help the liver actually do its job. And a great way to get some of those antioxidants is going to be with berries, particularly blueberries and cranberries. Last but not least is St. Mary's Thistle. It's truly an incredible herb when it comes to the liver. It has the ability to regenerate and heal, and it's such a gentle herb that it can be recommended for long-term use. It is packaged with antioxidants and have been clinically proven to lower specific liver enzymes, often tested in standard blood tests that indicates liver damage. With more research in Western herbal medicine, we understand that milk thistle, which is a slightly more potent version of this has been widened to include reducing cholesterol, stabilizing blood glucose levels, treating non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, and liver damage from alcohol and drugs. So just something to be thinking about. Milk thistle or Mary's thistle, both are amazing. So there we have it. Now that I shared the top foods and my favorite herbs, I want to take a moment to share the key nutrients that your liver needs to do its job every single day. I personally take all of these supplements separately, not only for my liver, but for my thyroid, my gut health, and overall cellular energy. Unfortunately, we tend to be deficient in many of these critical nutrients, and that is because they have many, many uses, sometimes hundreds of uses inside of the body, and we just use them and we burn through them. I find that women in particular have nutrient deficiencies in vitamin C, zinc, magnesium, B vitamins, selenium, and choline. Those are just some of the ones that we're going to be talking about. So let's get to this list. Vitamin C. As we know, it's a super antioxidant. It's phenomenal for the immune system, but it has so many purposes in the body. It is a must. So you can find vitamin C clearly in a supplement, but you can do mustard greens, cantaloupe, cauliflower, asparagus, cabbage, mangoes, guava, strawberries, sweet bell peppers, papaya, broccoli, kale, spinach, Brussels sprouts. I mean, the list goes on and on. There's a lot of different ways that we can get vitamin C, even kiwi, citruses, and greens. Anyway, vitamin C have attained from a lot of our food sources, but also it may always be a good idea to supplement it as well. Next is vitamin E. Vitamin E, again, a really powerful antioxidant. It can be found in almonds, asparagus, walnuts, avocados, sunflower seeds, and then green leafy veggies. So like arugula, spinach, mixed greens, those types of greens. Zinc, a major, major player in how your menstrual cycle is functioning, your period, but also a powerful player in the immune system is going to be zinc. So where we can get zinc is oysters, very, very fresh oysters, pumpkin seeds, peanuts, ginger, pecans, almonds, walnuts. I do recommend so often that we probably need a supplement with zinc at minimum 15 milligrams. Right now I'm taking 30 milligrams of zinc every single day. Somewhere between 15 and 30 milligrams, you're in the safe side for sure. So something to consider adding, especially right now where we're really working to boost our immune system. Next is selenium. Now I think of selenium as a thyroid supplement, but it is also a powerful and effective liver supplement. You can find selenium, probably the best way to get selenium is going to be in Brazil nuts. 2 Brazil nuts a day will basically take care of your selenium needs. But you can also get it from molasses, red Swiss chard, nutritional yeast, brown rice, orange juice. So really up to you. You can also supplement it as well. Next is magnesium. We know that magnesium has 500 plus responsibilities inside of the body. So we can get magnesium from a lot of different foods, but also, some of the ones that I've mentioned already, almonds, pecans, coconuts. You can even get it from kelp, Brazilian nuts, peanuts. Just note that we do need a lot of magnesium, and it can be so helpful for anxiety. It can be helpful for sleep. It can be helpful for migraines, muscle spasms, energy levels, menstrual cramps. I mean, name it. The list goes on. And so I do recommend one of the easiest ways to get magnesium is to supplement with magnesium glycinate. I just love taking magnesium glycinate every single day, and it's made a huge difference. Next is activated B complex. That's all the B vitamins. So I recommend taking a supplement because it is really difficult to get all of the B vitamins from B9 to B12 to all of it. And so it's going to be important. All the different types of B vitamins are coming from different places. So getting a complex is always a good idea. So I do recommend taking a supplement. I have formulated a methylated B vitamin complex that I love in the Essentially Whole line, along with magnesium and vitamin C. I have the link for all of those supplements for the episode 207, this episode, in case you're looking for a very high quality, high absorbable supplement to take. I personally take magnesium, B vitamins, and vitamin C every single day. Actually, I take all of these vitamins every single day, but I take those in particular from the Essentially Whole line. And note that it's super important to take a methylated B vitamin or an activated B vitamin because it addresses potential genetic mutations that you may have and do not know you have. So this is really helpful for me. I have a COMT mutation that has a profound impact on my liver detoxification processes. So taking a methylated B vitamin is critical for me. And more women are finding that they're having these types of mutations. And so covering your bases and just taking a methylated B vitamin is always a good idea. Next is choline. Choline is a superfood for your liver, and you can get it in eggs, especially egg yolk, peanuts, lentils, nutritional yeast, cauliflower, chickpeas, soybeans, fish. Again, you can also take it, and I love particularly taking it with inositol. So you can take choline with inositol. Inositol is the last on my list. Inositol is phenomenal for helping to regulate blood sugar levels. It is phenomenal for supporting the liver, just like choline. It comes in citrus fruits, except for lemons, lentils, molasses. It comes in nutritional yeast. You have to be really mindful about how you get inositol. So just making sure that if you're taking a supplement with choline and inositol, it's like a 2-for-1. So it's really easy to do that. And those are all of the most important nutrients that your liver needs to run all of the reactions to detoxify and do its job every single day. So if you don't have a really incredible, mind-blowing multivitamin that addresses all of these, it may be a good idea to invest specifically in some of these supplements to ensure that your liver is getting everything it needs and that your body is getting everything it needs as well. Because these supplements aren't just playing a role in the liver, they're playing a role in many other parts of the body as well. The biggest takeaway from this Q&A Friday episode is that our body depends on superfoods and supplementation to function, especially when we're dealing with stress, toxins, and hormone changes and fluctuations, which, let's be honest, are a constant in today's world. By simply adding these foods and supplements to your daily routine, you can make a massive shift in how your body functions every single day, particularly when it comes to your brain function, your liver, your gut, your hormones, your immune system, and cellular metabolism. In most cases, I find that supplementation will move the needle much faster because we simply just don't get enough vitamins and minerals from our food that we eat, especially from our vegetables, even if we're eating enough of those vegetables every single day, which many of us aren't. Now, my immediate recommendation is consider taking choline or an active B complex, magnesium glycinate, which I carry in my Essentially Whole store. It's our literally best-selling product. Zinc, vitamin C, vitamin D3, hopefully with K1 and K2. And here's the deal. Even if you're taking a multivitamin, I know that you need to boost up the supplementation. Most multivitamins just fall short when it comes to the amount that we need to function, especially when it comes to our liver. Now, currently, I am carrying everything in my Essentially Whole store except for zinc and selenium, and it is the perfect time to grab some of these must-haves. We are having our first big holiday sale right now, so you can save on a lot of these effective and absorbable supplements that will move the needle for your liver, your hormones, and your energy. And let's be honest, we all could use a little bit more support when it comes to our hormones, our liver, and our energy levels, especially now. So you can stock up by going to drmarisa.com/shop supplements and get free shipping, and I believe over 20% on my women's supplement line. I will also have a link in the show notes for this episode in case you have any challenge heading over to the Dr. Marisa website and shopping supplements. Thank you so much for joining me today for another Q&A Friday episode on the Essentially You podcast. I hope that you're having a wonderful Thanksgiving week and weekend. I know that we decided to stay home for Thanksgiving as I am due in just a few weeks with this little baby bear. Coming up next week, I am bringing on Nicole Mixtruff to talk about how to embrace change and stay calm in a time of crisis. This is such a poignant and perfectly timed episode. I hope that you're able to join us in this incredible conversation with Nicole and I. Until then, see you soon.